Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tammy and this is where I share my life, my experiences, and all the fun things I get up to. To my OG subscribers, thank you for always rocking with me. So fun fact about me, before I moved to Canada, I used to live in a city called Tallinn in a small country called Estonia. Estonia is a country in the Baltic states, right beside Finland, Russia, and Latvia. I lived there for 5 years. Yes, 5 years. Okay, approximately 5 years anyway. And now that it's been a full year and some months, of course, in Canada, I thought it'd be fun to reflect and compare what's different, what's better, what do I prefer about Estonia, and do I regret moving? But before we dive in, if you're looking to study in Canada, let me link you up with something that will make your journey way easier. If you're planning to study in Canada, I'm sure you have like a million questions. How to apply, visa processes, best schools, scholarships, I get it. That's where EmiBuddy comes in. It's an all-in-one platform that connects students with everything they need to make study in Canada smooth. Information on schools, applications, student life, and more. Honestly, if I was moving to Canada as a student, this would have saved me so much stress. And guess what? It's absolutely free. So if you're thinking of studying in Canada, check out EmiBuddy. The link is in my description. All right, back to my 1 year update. Let's start with my first impressions and culture shocks. I have a few questions here, so just in case you see me looking at my phone, I'm just looking at the questions. So the first question says, what was your first thought when you landed in Canada? My first thought, well, I landed in February, which is the coldest month of the year, I believe. And the first thing that hit me once I stepped out of the airport was, it's actually not as cold as they say it is. For context, like I said, I'm coming from Estonia, and Estonia has pretty much the same weather as Canada. But I mean, there's some things that are way better in Canada compared to Estonia when it comes to the weather. Okay, so now it says the biggest culture shocks compared to Estonia. So I was at the grocery store one day and I mistakenly bumped into someone and the person apologized. I mean, I was in the wrong, but the person apologized, which was very, okay, that's weird, but all right, I'm sorry too. That can never be Estonia. I mean, they would bump into you and they will move on. Like, life continues. What is a sorry in Estonia? It doesn't exist. So imagine my shock when someone actually apologized for me being in the wrong. Let's see. So the next question says, is Canada as friendly as people say, or is that a myth? Definitely. This definitely isn't a myth. They are very friendly here in Canada. They enjoy a lot of small talks, which is very weird, but I guess it's how they are. So here it says, which country has better work-life balance? I'm not even going to lie. I give this one to Estonia. I mean, I enjoyed my work-life balance in Estonia, but the only problem was there isn't much to do with the life part in Estonia. I wouldn't say Estonia was boring, but I mean, not a lot of activities, like I said. It could also be because my life has changed though. Maybe that's why I'm thinking Estonia was better. I mean, in Estonia, I wasn't wild and free. But you know, I didn't have a child back then, so I kind of had more freedom. So I would say, like, in Estonia, maybe the only thing I enjoyed that balanced of work life was the ability to like travel to other countries, not provinces or states. Speaking of traveling in Estonia, I mean, traveling in Europe is way easier than this part of the country because, I mean, flights are cheaper. I mean, I could use like 300 euro to go to, I think when I went to Malta from Estonia, it was about 300 and something euro to and fro. Bruh, if I'm going to Toronto from Calgary where I live, that's about $300. I mean, I understand that the currency rate isn't the same, but still, it's like the same value as far as I'm concerned. Cost of living, is Canada really that expensive? Yes, it is. Canada is expensive. Food is expensive. Transportation is more expensive. What else? The gym is more expensive. Bruh, I lived in Estonia. I lived in Tallinn. When I used to hit the gym, I used this, what's it called? I think it's 24/7. And it paid like 20 euros per month. Fully equipped gym. But here, I think it's like $60 $60 bi-weekly, which makes no sense. Like, anyway, this life, this fitness life is not, it's stressful. So which winter is worse, Canadian snowstorms or Estonia cold? I would say Estonia cold. I mean, like I said, both weathers are very similar, but I would say Estonian cold because in Canada, specifically Calgary where I live, we get to see the sun more often. When we're at like minus 22 degrees, it's still sunny, and it's not the deceitful kind of sun. Like, you could feel a little bit of warmth from the sun. In Estonia, once winter starts in November, in October, trust me, the sun begins to disappear. I mean, everywhere becomes so gloomy. You're walking, no one is really smiling because, there's no vitamin D anywhere. So I would say I prefer the Canadian weather. I prefer Canadian winter, even though even though it hits a lower degree, I still prefer it to Estonia winter. Okay, but I should put it out there that I love Christmas in Estonia compared to Canada, Calgary. And the reason for this is, in Estonia, the festive season is wonderful. Like, the city is in Tallinn. I'm speaking specifically about Tallinn. The city is well decorated, well lit with like Christmas decorations. It's an amazing view. The old town, magical. I wouldn't lie, I miss the old town in Christmas compared to here, Calgary. Like, I remember asking a friend of mine that, okay, so what they do in Christmas? Like, is there a specific place that they decorate? And there's nothing like that. I mean, when you're moving in the city and you pass different areas, you see a few decorations, maybe some lightings, but it's nothing compared to what I used to see in Estonia. So yes, I do miss winter and I do miss Christmas in Estonia just because of the decorations. Yeah. The next question here says, do you miss Estonia summer or is Canada weather better? I would say they're pretty much the same. I mean, they both hit up to 30 degrees. Well, for a specific week, of course. Not all of summer is very hot. I think there's always just like that 1 week or 2 weeks where we hit 30 degrees. And it's pretty the same in Estonia and here in Calgary, Canada. I'll give it to Calgary, Canada, just because there are more activities to do in the summer compared to Estonia. So the next question says, dating in Canada versus Estonia, any differences? How will I answer this now? I mean, I'm not in the best position to answer this because I dated my now husband in Estonia, and I don't think I can date someone here in Canada to compare because, well, I'm already married. So yeah, but I guess some people say finding love in Canada is hard. I don't know how true that is, but I mean, there are more people here, there are different cultures here. I feel like it's easier to meet more people here if you're really open to trying. So I mean, if you're in Canada trying to find love, give it a shot. If you're in Estonia as well, throw your shots. So the next question is, what do I miss about Estonia? Let's see, what do I miss the most about Estonia? I would say the opportunity to get up, get dressed, and take a walk. And the reason I say that is, like I mentioned, Tallinn is very small, and I could literally get dressed and take a 9-kilometer walk. And that's because walking in Tallinn, while walking in Tallinn, you get to pass the busy streets. Not always busy, but busy to some extent. Not a lot of trees that it's not like Calgary where you're walking and for a while you might just be seeing trees, or, well, in the winter, snow, nothing there, few houses, compared to Tallinn where I could be walking and I'm going to pass the gas station, I'm going to pass a mall, I could even stop by at the mall. And not just one mall, you might pass like 3 malls just within the distance of 9 kilometers. So I would say yes, I do miss that opportunity. I haven't had the time to take walks here, but the few times I have taken walks here, it's a bit boring. I mean, what I could possibly pass is like the grocery store. I mean, why would I want to enter the grocery store if I don't want to get groceries? It would have been way better if I could like pass a mall, stop by, do some window shopping or do some actual shopping, but I guess it is what it is. The next one says, would you move back to Estonia or is Canada home now? Well, I did love Estonia. I love the people there. I have friends who turn to family, and I do miss them so much. I do miss like my tribe. I used to attend this program called Tribe Nights. I miss the people there. I miss the conversations we had there. I miss church. That's where it ends. So Canada is home. I have family here, not just my husband and my kids. I have my sister here. I have her husband here. So it's like there's nothing like having family really close by. I think it's also noteworthy to mention that getting a visa to Canada is way easier compared to Estonia. I remember when I was getting married and my mom's visa got denied, my sister's visa got denied. It was horrible. It was a horrible experience not having my mom at my wedding. But here in Canada, I mean, we got here like in February and we applied for my mom's visa in March. Within like 2 weeks it was out and she has already come and gone. I'm probably planning to come back pretty soon. So and it's easier to have family here compared to like Estonia. So the next question says, any advice for someone moving to Canada from Estonia? First of all, be ready to make adjustments. Canada is not as reserved. The people of Canada are not as reserved as people in Estonia. So be ready for small talks. It's not something we're used to in Estonia, but it's just a friendly gesture, I guess. And be ready for the express. When I say express, I mean highways, because here there are a lot of highways compared to Estonia where you're just driving within small streets. So also be ready to hear a lot of no worries. Any small thing, no worries, no worries, no worries. And I'm like, okay, no worries. But yeah, so another advice for anyone planning to move or thinking about moving from Estonia to Canada or somewhere outside of Europe, make sure you travel within Europe, enjoy your trips, because thinking about traveling back to Europe from this part of the world, it's a long journey. So enjoy your trips while you can. So after a year, do I regret moving? Absolutely not. Canada has become home for me and my family. I have loved the last year living here in Calgary, Canada, and I'm pretty excited about the next years to come. So guys, tell me, where would you rather live? Now that you know about the similarities in the weather, the difference in the people, the difference in the lifestyle, would you rather live in Estonia and enjoy a lot of trips, or would you live in Canada and meet the nice people? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to drop a like, share this video, subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and see you in the next vlog. Bye.